The wind. What do you do about the wind? What that out? All right.
Beautiful wind.
Yeah.
Beyonce look.
Yeah.
So I'm Meredith from Antidotes, and this is my friend and business partner, Josh Edwards from Kippers Care Collective. And I'm a certified integrative nutrition health coach and from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. And so,
Josh?
Hi, I'm Josh Edwards. I own Kippers Care Collective. My brand off of Kippers Care Collective is the Divine Performance System. So my goal with the Divine Performance System is to show people how to increase your fitness and more so increase your performance in the mind, body, and spiritual areas. So with that, my background, I'm a certified personal trainer, but more so my experience within the area of fitness and performance has been about 16 years. And that's also as a coach as well as an athlete. I've competed in a lot of different sports, but the only thing that I feel that qualifies me for is to be a better teacher. So my passion in life is to teach people and ensure that you can not only have a better quality of life based on performance and, you know, things of that nature, but more so find purpose within what you do. Because I find that the most important part that people lack when it comes to the things that they do in life, whether it's career, relationship, or anything of the sort, is the reason behind it, their why.
And my company actually centers around health coaching. And people always wonder, well, what is a health coach? And a lot of times, you know, you go to your doctor and your doctor tells you, oh, you need to quit smoking or you need to lose 10 pounds. And you're thinking like, oh, yeah, that's just great. I'll just go do it, you know? And if it was that easy, maybe you would have done it 10 years ago. So where a health coach comes in is they help you make those difficult lifestyle transitions. They work with you one-on-one to see what's going wrong in your biology, your mental health and your mindset, and, you know, also too your spirituality, because, you know, we are spiritual beings. That's either contributing A, to a poor quality of life, or B, a chronic disease. So our goal is to, like, you know, your doctor's not going to sit down and do that with you and work with you one-on-one like that, and that's kind of where a health coach comes in. So Josh and I actually got together because you know, I'm a health coach, he's like a certified personal trainer. I mean, neither one of us are really big on titles. We have different things that we have overcome in life, therefore have different specialties. So what we're trying to do is combine our strengths and host some classes together. There'll be certain classes taught by Josh, certain by myself, and then we're going to team up on a few of them and author some extended workshops on chronic pain and overcoming adversity.
I need to be framed so I'm here.
Yeah, you need to like kind of lean forward.
This is really the only place I'll feel comfortable talking.
Okay, cool. Perfect. I'm going to come sit down next to you. So, you know, a lot of people ask us, why are we doing this? And I know each of us have our different answers, but for me, my goal as a health coach was to always help people live a better quality of life, because I don't think it's necessarily the quantity of your years. I mean, what good is it if you live to be 100 and you're miserable for whatever reason? Like, you know, your body's not working, you're depressed. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I've known from my own pain and experience, you know, what works for me. And basically, I'm trying to work with people to help them have a better quality of life through these classes on a physical, mental, and spiritual level. So, you know, all of our classes focus around that. But since we're doing this at Unity Church, I wanted to focus on the Lenten theme of walking through the shadows, because as you know, life is not like a consistent straight line. You know, it has like a bunch of peaks and valleys, but I don't think like a lot of people know how to navigate, you know, those kind of valleys when they're in them. Why are you laughing at me?
It's awkward. Like, I feel so awkward.
Why do you feel awkward?
This, like,
I can't wait to do a blooper reel.
I was not ready for you just to go into it. You're talking about peaks and valleys and shit, and I'm still catching up at the beginning. Like, where was the introduction to this conversation?
Well, I have other video.
I'm like, how am I gonna get in this conversation? I'm thinking myself.
Well, I was gonna turn to you and why don't you just say what you want to freaking say?
And that's what I'll be like.
And I'll splice it together so it makes some sense.
I teach a lot of stuff. I make a lot of stuff. Let me solve your problem. It takes time, but guess what? I never quit. And the people and that's how I found out, how can someone like me, someone who came from the area that I came from, that were treated and gave the cards that I was dealt, how is someone be successful like that? I was counted out for everything. I'm supposed to be dead. I was supposed to be dead by 22. Numerous times I should have been dead. I'm here. How does someone like that get to here?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you have a
Hard
very...
work.
You're
Not quitting.
very tenacious, though. You have a tenacity about you where you don't give up. And where do you think
Do you
that
want to
comes
live or
from?
do you want to die?
Yeah.
Because you haven't lived the life that I had. And
But you're very also
it's okay.
dedicated, too. It's not like, oh, I went to the gym for 6 months
'Cause
and
I'm
then
not
you fall
privileged.
off. And
I didn't come from privilege, and I'm still not privileged to this day. People of
Yeah.
privilege say things like that.
I see. Interesting.
That's why people, you see and you go into a gym, a fighting gym, the people that go in there, you ask them what their backgrounds are. I'm not unique. There's millions of people like me. It's the fact that, like, there's people who truly want to solve whatever problem they have in front of them, and then there's people who just want to think about it. And the people that want to think about it will continue to think about it. And then the people who truly want to deal with it in spite of, no matter how hard it is, no matter what they have to sacrifice, because what are you willing to give up? That's the real question you got to ask yourself when you want something. Like, I want success. Success meaning when I die, I want people to have a legend of Josh. The legend of Josh, that there was this compassionate guy who just tried to help the community to build people that are better so that our kids can be better and their kids can be better,
I see.
so the legend of Josh can grow. Like, that's my goal. And guess what?
Well,
I'm willing to sacrifice everything. Everything is like, there are people who think about doing things, and then there's people that do them. If you want to be successful, you have to not be scared to make mistakes. I have failed more times than most, but I never quit. I never quit. I know what it's like, I guess, to be homeless, and you have to overcome that, and all the different programs that I had to go through. I did it. Like, do you want to live or do you want to die? And there's people who say that they want something, but how bad do you really want it? And I'm going to say it again. If you want to achieve something, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what are you willing to sacrifice for it? Because if you're not willing to sacrifice something, you're not going to achieve it.
Right.
So quit wasting your energy and time and thinking about it, because all that is fantasy. And fantasy isn't going to get it for you. Fantasy is not going to change your life. Fantasy is going to keep you stuck in front of your phone, in your bed, at night, reading and scrolling and liking other people's lives, living vicariously through other people's feeds. Yet saying to themselves, oh, I really want this life, and I need this, and blah, blah.
Yeah.
Going through and just liking everybody else's life but your own. But what steps are you willing to take to change it? And that's the problem, is people are not willing to sacrifice those. So my goal is to be able to guide you through these adversities in your life, whether physical, mental, or spiritual, and to bring you back together so that way you feel whole, so you have purpose, so you feel good, so when you look in the mirror, everything that is you can look at your eyes again and be happy with that person you are.
So you can purchase tickets. We deliberately keep the cost low, but we do have to survive as individuals, and we're also trying to do this as a benefit to the church, to get the church, a little bit of some money coming in the door. So especially because they're loaning us the venue. But you can get tickets on eventbrite.com. You can also email me, Meredith, at naturesantidotes.com, and that's MEREDITH at natures, plural, NATURES, antidotes, plural, ANTIDOTES.com.
Will you be providing food?
Oh,
How's the whole day go?
and for our longer workshops, Josh and I are teaming up to present 2 workshops on a Saturday. One is the chronic pain workshop, and we're actually going to be having a Whole Foods lunch that day. The Whole Foods lunch is actually going to feature anti-inflammatory foods by our friend Marsha Castle, who owns a Castle apiary and produce farm out in Avella, PA. And because so much of pain is inflammation, so she's going to be creating us or cooking us Marsha. Hold on, let me say that again. Okay.
Good. Yeah, go ahead. Do one. Yeah.
Do
right.
one.
So don't forget, one of the best things is on Saturdays when we do our workshops, we'll have food provided by Marsha Castle. You can find her at
Willcookforyou.com.
MarshaWillCookForYou.com. Definitely don't make sure you don't miss that, because for the price, it's unbeatable. Promise you. Personal guarantee, or I'll sign your check. All right, so one of the other things that we plan on providing is underneath the Divine Performance System, we have products that offer a variety of potential benefits for your health, which include anti-inflammatory properties, reduction of anxiety, but essentially it works different for everybody. They're a proprietary blend of cannabinoids in tincture form as well as in a salve. We're going to be doing a giveaway. I plan on giving away close to about $500 worth of products with a cool raffle for each of the workshops that we do. So not only are you going to get the value of the food, you're going to get the value of potentially winning a bunch of supplements too. So you can find me on either TikTok or you can find me on Instagram at Josh is your guy. You can also find me on Facebook. I only have about 10 people left that I can add, but you can find me on Facebook at Joshua with an H at the end, Edwards. And then also you can message me on through email, and that's at help@divineperformancesystem.com. I forgot. Let me go back into this. So one of the things that I do with Divine Performance System is I offer free consultations for both physical, mental, and spiritual guidance. So if you need one of those, reach out to me through email, and I'll be happy to at least help you and point you in the right direction.
Go ahead.
One thing I think it's really important too that people realize is Western medicine teaches us that, we're kind of prisoner of our genetics. So, it's not, oh, well, my father had heart disease, therefore I'm going to get heart disease. My mother had diabetes, so, I'm pretty much destined to get diabetes. And, in functional medicine, which is a combination of Western medicine and naturopathy, because, we have great respect for both. But functional medicine more says, your genes load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger. So one thing I want to, stress to people is that, your body is a miraculously healing machine, and if given half the chance, it can heal itself. And lifestyle has more to do with whether or not you're going to develop a chronic disease than does genetics. So, I just don't want people to go around and think that, this isn't going to help me, because, we can actually control our gene expression through our lifestyle. So that's a lot what I teach people how to do as well. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith from Nature's Antidotes, and I just wanted to show you where Josh Edwards and I of Divine Performance are having our classes, because it's a little bit confusing and it might be a little easier this way. So if you're from the South Hills, you might recognize this quasi-famous intersection. This is the corner of Green Tree Road and Potomac Road. So if you're coming this way, if you're coming down from, I guess, 376, there's a driveway right where my finger's pointing. You can pull in there. If you're coming from either the other side of the South Hills, over here, the church is going to be right in front of you, right like this. This is the church. It's on the corner of Green Tree and Potomac. You can make a right into the driveway right here. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to actually park around the back side of the church. So you'll come in on the front, you'll see front parking lots. You can technically park here, but it's going to be a lot easier if you park around the back of the church, because that's where you're going to enter. And you're going to enter through the double doors in the rear of the building and go downstairs. Here we go. All right. So what you're going to do, ready? If you're going to be in my shot, you can't pick the phone.
Could be in the shot.
So what you're going to do when you come inside the church, you're going to come in the back, the double doors in the back, and then immediately you'll see the hallway. There's Mr. Josh for his self-defense class. You'll see the hallway going down that way. You actually want to go down these stairs right here. So, and downstairs is the activity room and fellowship hall. So we'll show you those real quick. So we just wanna go downstairs. So yeah, it's a left at the bottom of the staircase. And through this door, there's another hallway. Activities room. Activities room. And then down this way is fellowship hall. You go down all the way down the hall and you make a right. The lights will actually be on. So you'll come in the church, you'll come down from that long hall. You'll see fellowship hall right here. It's the room with all the tables in it. And then if you see the kitchen, you know that you're in the right place. So that's where you go. Go in the back of the church, down the stairs, make a left, and yeah, and you'll either hit the activities room or go further and you'll go down to fellowship hall. I hope to see you there. Any final words, Josh?
See you there. Find her at
willcookforyou.com.
MarshaWillCookForYou.com. I forgot. Let me go back into this. So one of the things that I do with the Divine Performance System is I offer free consultations for both physical, mental, and spiritual guidance. So if you need one of those, reach out to me through email, and I'll be happy to at least help you and point you in the right direction.
Okay, one last thing I wanted to mention. I forgot to talk about my third bullet point.
Go ahead.
One thing I think it's really important too that people realize is Western medicine teaches us that, you know, we're kind of prisoner of our genetics. So, you know, it's thought, oh, well, my father had heart disease, therefore I'm going to get heart disease. My mother had diabetes, so, you know, I'm pretty much destined to get diabetes. And, you know, in functional medicine, which is a combination of Western medicine and naturopathy, because, you know, we have great respect for both. But functional medicine more says, like, you know, your genes load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger. So one thing I want to, you know, stress to people is that, you know, your body is a miraculously healing machine, and if given half the chance, it can heal itself. And lifestyle has more to do with whether or not you're going to develop a chronic disease than does genetics. So, I just don't want people to go around and think that, you know, oh, you know, this isn't going to help me, because, you know, we can actually control our gene expression through our lifestyle. So that's a lot what I teach people how to do as well. So,
Take control of your health.
yeah, to take
Take back control of your life today.
and your health.
Good. I think you got plenty there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Boom.
And then we're gonna go. You have to tend to your life like you would a garden. So you just don't plant seeds and walk away. You actually have to make sure the seeds are being watered, the soil's being fertilized, it's getting enough sunlight, you're pulling the weeds. And that's kind of what holistic health and overall well-being is. It's a culmination of efforts. It's not just one thing. And, you know, the combination of efforts, because, you know, we are complex being, we have to focus on the body, the mind, and the soul.